Right. Hello, Vinyl community, and anyone else watching this video. It's Martin here. Hope you are all doing well. Happy Easter or Passover to you. And it's Saturday here, Easter Saturday, so I will record this and then I will post it now. Yeah, or just after, I mean. Anyway, we moved house. So it was very much last minute sort of thing, and records all over the place, to be honest. Yeah, it was right up until we had a weekend to sort of shift everything, and a lot of the stuff isn't here. I haven't set my record player up anywhere, so we've downsized a bit in house terms. In space terms, there's actually a lot of room for records and things. I've got my own shed, a nice big shed with electricity in it. So I'm thinking maybe I'll be cleaning records in there at some point. Because my wife says that it sort of smells a bit funny. Whether that's the records or the cleaning, I'm not entirely sure. Or probably me actually. I probably smell. And we've got a garage as well. And in the garage, there's still some records. As you can see here, there's some here in the living room space. And uh, yeah, sorry, text message. So it's going to take a lot of sorting out. Anyway, I do have lots of new records to show actually as I ramble on in this um, preamble. So, without further ado, I guess I should crack on. So, last Saturday was Record Store Day, uh, World Record Day, World Record Store Day, UK Record Store Day. Um, but let's start. No, let's just go back a bit. I forgot. Yeah. So, I have not found hardly anything for ages. Um, Sometimes in my job, I might pop in a charity shop or something as I'm driving around the roads and towns and villages. Um, uh, yeah, generally nothing. The odd bit or bob, but nothing really that interesting, I suppose. Anyway, of course, this is a real ramble, isn't it? Right. So I went somewhere and I knew that the because it's a very out of the way place, there would be a possibility that there will always be something there. And I think the time before, maybe a few months ago, I'd found something. So it was a new charity shop in a, yeah, out of the way kind of place. Anyway, I don't remember if I showed that stuff or not. I can't remember. Anyway, this time there was about half a dozen or so bits, and they were asking £4 each, I think. And I thought, well, that's actually quite reasonable. I'm not sure if that one was from there, so I won't show that. You are denied access to that. Anyway, okay, so there was some Booker T and the MG's albums, and the only one I have, I think, is a Greatest Hits. It's the only one I've ever had or owned. So I came across this one first, which is very strange in that you listen to mostly Abbey Road in a different order. That kind of has thrown me. I've listened to a lot of these online, to be honest, and yeah, well, it's different. I like hearing different interpretations, often of um, albums or someone's music, particularly if it's they've made it different. They've put a different, spin or style on it, and this isn't too bad. So I guess I'll be keeping it. I'm not sure. I think so. I will come to something else later I was going to talk about because I had an idea about sort of a series of or a video occasionally of doing now that's what I call music. Yeah, I've got some even down there I've been going through today, and yeah, just moving and not having as much space has been a real yeah, a real problem. And I think since making videos, so is that about 10, probably 11 years now. I've just accumulated so much, even with doing record fairs, although I've not done one of them for a couple of years. Anyway, onwards. This one is called Doing Our Thing. These are all Atlantic. I guess they're like original ones. There's mostly covers on here, I guess. It's that sort of a label. What's that called? Plum and orange, plum and red, Atlantic. Green onions. Uh, yeah, they're a little bit tatty, but for £4 a go, they're not bad, are they? I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, something here I found, not my favourite album by them, which would be uh the one before, but bizarrely in with Booker T and the MGs was in fact Sisters of Mercy, Vision Thing, which possibly I used to have on record. I can't remember, but it's got more on it and Vision Thing, and yeah, I'd definitely be keeping that. Just the fact they only ever did 3 albums is just like, I know it's difficult to work with and everything. Um, yeah, here is now Genesis. I don't think I've got a love-hate relationship with them exactly, but I'm not I'm not either a Peter or a Phil, one or the other kind of fan. But I listened to this album. Uh, so this is the second album after From Genesis to Revelation. I really like it. There's something about it. I think I was commenting on the James Griffiths video or something. There's something about it. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's there's a certain innocence in its folk prog sort of roundabout um, songs, ramblings, recording. Yeah, I'll be keeping that. I never thought I would say that, to be honest, but uh, I mean, I've bought Genesis before and not really. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like, are they a greatest hits band or are they? Oh, I must like just the early stuff. Bill Nelson, another copy of this. I've got it already, and this one also has the extra ballet album with it, and it's even got a lovely hype sticker there. Look, special low price. So we're still on the £4 ones. This is going to be a very long video. Um, Something for my weird sections or sampling, a dramatic interpretation of the first history making probe into space, the flight of friendship. I think it's at 7, the flight of friendship 7, or just the flight of friendship. Don't know. The astronaut. So this is John Glenn, um, and then his rocket being launched there. Yeah, my space history isn't that good, to be honest. So I just no, I don't know. Yeah, it's not Katy Perry in space, is it? So that is that, and it's not the dog either. The Russians sent up the dog, didn't they? So that was that. That was a few weeks ago, and I'd gone in at the right time. They'd just put them out, which also happened again to me last Saturday, which was excellent. So I went with a mate with really the idea of going and having a chat with him and stuff and coffee, which we did as we walked past the record shop um, that was doing record store day, because where I live, nowhere does it and has never done it for us, and it's a town fairly big, Aylesbury, really. Hmm. Um, yeah, so we went somewhere called Leighton Buzzard, and there was a shop there called, or there is a shop there, sorry, called um, what's it called? Black Circle. It's called. So I think they've always done record store day, from what I know. It was ticketed early. There was a queue I saw online. pictures of people queuing all night. Anyway, I got what I wanted, the one record which I really wanted, and bought another one. Anyway, so I went for the coffee and whatnot with my mate, thinking, well, we'll go back and might be able to queue a bit, but I've only got so much time. Anyway, we went back, and then they were just letting people in, and that was only in the space of like from say maybe 10:30 to 11:30. So it had really calmed. It had quelled itself down very nicely. Yeah, and I bought the first thing I bought was what I really did want, which never came out on vinyl. I've seen them, maybe even saw them live back in the day then, but I've seen them in the last 10 years a couple of times. So I bought myself the Belly King album, which I've never even had on CD actually, but uh, yeah, it's on green vinyl. Shall I show you green vinyl? It's not, if Graham Watson's watching, it's not, what did he call it? Piss yellow. He had a couple of coloured vinyls he'd been to Record Store Day for the first time, I think, ever. Um, what had he bought? He bought it was some, I can't remember. He bought some sort of similar early 90s album that he'd wanted. Jesus Lizard, I think it was, the Jesus Lizard. Anyway, I really wanted this and I got it. Um, yeah, so was very happy with that. And then you know what it's like. You're sort of going through these shelves, sorry, bins with all the stuff that was left, and thinking, okay, don't panic, don't panic. Find something that, because 10 years ago I'd been to RSD or about 10 years ago in Oxford, and I'd made a rash purchase, which I think I might even have here somewhere. Yeah, which I'm going to get rid of. It's going to be cold. I never really liked it at the time anyway. So this was Ocean Colour Scene, um, Mosley Shoals. I mean, I couldn't stand the song that they used to use on the Chris Evans TV show anyway, but I just bought it because I was at a record store day and I wanted to get something. This is orange vinyl, I think. Anyway, I digress. So I made another rash purchase, which maybe I will regret. I don't know. It's Magma. I have nothing by Magma, and it's called Slag Tans. And it's not in their own language or isn't all in it. Some of the songs appear to be in French because they are in fact French, which I didn't know. It's on music on vinyl. Don't know what it's going to sound like. So that is that. Cat is here. Hello. Anyway, before that, going in the record store shop, um, there's a market stall, and I know the guy. I've done record fairs at the one that he organises. So I ended up buying some records with him. He's called Peppermint Store. It's got a lovely bag there with an old Dan set on it. So I bought some records because I didn't think I'd get into the record store day thing. These are £1 purchases. I will whiz through them. Um, yeah, bought that for £1, and this for £1. I love a pound bin. And this, which has Nana Cherry singing on it. It's even a few years before her debut album. Don't know the story behind that at all. And this was £1 from some film called Woo, and it's all quite rude rap music, and I didn't really care for it to be honest. But it's got to be worth more than a quid, surely. The other one I bought was Lou Reed, Magic and Loss. Headley showed this recently, so I thought I would plummet myself into it, especially as it came just after New York album. Right. Okay. So actually, no, we've got a whole pile of stuff to go through. So said goodbye to my mate, did a few other bits and bobs, and then I was on my way back, and popped in a charity. In fact, if I would have gone to the dump where the charity shop is, I may not have got these. But I went to a charity shop, just turned left, been in there quite regularly. There's usually nothing in there, and there was a whole pile of records. This shop, they charge £3.50 each for their albums usually, and it was all just stuff. I did leave some stuff in there, and when I went back in the week, it was still there, and I thought I don't really want another couple of Rumours Fleetwood Mac, and I've got rid of it before in the past in my collection, and I just thought, oh, I don't want it again. It's just no, sorry. Anyway, so I've got about 30 albums, so it costs quite a lot to be honest, but I think it's worth it, and I thought some of them have got sell on value. So I wouldn't say this is a Richard Warwick auction video, but um, yeah, yeah. Let's just go through them anyway. I think it was worth picking all the ones up that I did, and the ones I left by the time I went in there was that yesterday or the sometime I can't remember. They're pretty much all gone to be honest. What was there was all half price, and I just thought, well, I'll just leave it for someone else. Aren't I nice? Aren't I charitable there? So we have got a digitally remastered late 80s comp of Sam Cooke. So these are all £3.50 with some of his gospel ones on it and some of his big hits. Here it is with its barcode digitally remastered. Don't think I've got anything by there's a label. I've got anything by Sam Cooke at all. Then there's some Rolling Stones albums here. Some are very old and some of them are not quite so old. What a horrible cover. This has got Harlem Shuffle on it. All right, okay. So they had a stab at that. Yeah, I can't see myself liking that, but it's got to be worth more than £3.50 to Rolling Stones fan. These aren't in a very good order. Sorry, going to be hopping around the big players now. Is a Bowie changes. Uh, yeah, a little bit of ring wear on the back, but yeah, that's okay. No, I know nothing, or yeah, I don't know anything about Little Feat. There's a couple of Little Feat albums. This is from, well, you know when it's from, don't you? I saw 77, but nice cover. And so is this one Down on the Farm, 79? Know nothing about them. Are they country rock or what? I don't really know. I thought I'll give them a go. Full Dream. I think I've had this before. Is it like a sort of a hit or a studio album? I'm not sure. And then somewhere in here was also, if I can find it, Disraeli Gears. I'm not very good at knowing pressings and such like, but this is on that kind of a label. Reaction, 1967, made in England. Yeah, I did check the condition of all these as much as I could, and I think they're all pretty good, really. There's no, you know, I'm hoping on my machine they're going to, somebody has stuck, I didn't notice that, the, uh, they've stuck some pictures of them on there. No, I never noticed that. Must be from a music magazine or something, because you can just see the back there like a sort of a newspaper, music magazine or something. Oh, that makes it nice, doesn't it? Someone's gone to that trouble. Yeah, lovely. Right, so we're still on the £3.50s. Here's a slightly tatty sleeved copy of LA Woman, Steve Whitty's favourite album by the Doors, apparently. Yeah, so I've been watching quite a lot of VC vinyl videos lately. Whether it's Chris Dixieland Farm working or shoveling manure, yeah, right through to whoever. Stevie's vinyl cupboard. hunting around in wherever he's been, Swanage or where was it? No, Bridport. Deep Purple, don't know this. 7 tracks on it. That's Chris Vinyl Orchard's favourite band, isn't it? Deep Purple, I think. Uh, I did smell a little bit. This is, well, you know what all these are. I don't need to say. This one has the goat's head picture and some lyric sheet in it. I've had that before. It's got Angie on it, hasn't it? I don't know whether I like that or not. Again, I don't know. This was a bit tatty, but I picked it up. Or the sleeve was tatty. The Mothers, Fillmore East. It's got down there, don't forget to register to vote, which I think Frank must have put on there. Yeah, must have been. Yeah, I would have thought Frank Zappa would be into voting. I thought he would have been like a conspiracy kind of guy. Don't bother. I don't know. Rolling Stones Emotional Rescue. Now, I did listen to this on a couple of days ago. It's got a weird big poster with like this sort of heat sensitive coloured big photo thing with it. It's a funny album, isn't it? This one is it goes across the genres, bit of disco-y, bit of jazzy kind of thing. It's sort of a bit of yeah, it was all right, but I doubt I'll be keeping it. Yeah. Cure, nice cover that, isn't it? Really. And in fact, as is the back one, I'm guessing each picture is something to do with a song. I don't know. What else we got? Never read this before. They're American. That's about as much as I know. Uh, yeah, don't really recognise the names. It's a little bit not too bad condition really, considering. Uh, I've got this, so this would be another copy or an upgrade, or maybe just a selling copy. Um, listened to this the other day as well. It's yeah, the first song was really quite striking. Sort of a choir or something quite haunting on it, almost like horror sort of film. And then it went a bit jazzy, and yeah, he's one of these. He's a bit like Joni Mitchell. A lot of it is about the lyrics, isn't it? The rambling poeticness of it. Bruce would definitely encourage you to vote. I'm sure. Will I be keeping this? I should probably keep a copy of this. To be honest, it's passed by me many a time. Then we have there was a load of Raikuda and I only got one. I like Paris, Texas soundtrack and the film, but this one it's got Denomination Blues, which I know on here. Yeah, I thought it was worth a go. And we've got tribute to Jimi Hendrix, but it's only volume 3. I think possibly one side is an interview or talking, and then the other side is just those 4 tracks. I don't know if they're live or what. And then this is a Hendrix Who, one of them sort of albums. Backtrack 4 is that kid smoking a cigarette. Yeah. Then we've got another Little Feat, obviously later barcoded, looking like a very normal looking band there. Sorry to say, it looked like a band that got too much money. Yeah. A nod's as good as a wink. I don't know this either. And I'm sure I've got this already. Uh, yep, Bob. Nearly there. What a long video. Cream. Oh, this is live at the Fillmore with just 4 tracks on it. Yeah, I don't. It's a Wheels on Fire cover, isn't it? But yeah, which I thought was a different album, but I'm obviously wrong. And let's try and pull it out if I can. Sure, there was other things I wanted to say, but I can't remember what they were now. Yeah. Brian. Hello, Brian. Embryonic uh, robot. Because his sort of moved out, not moved out, has been decorating, and I sympathise with your, you know, the whole situation at the moment. Um, I did give this a listen as well. I was not. I mean, this is probably supposed to be one of his better albums. I wasn't. It didn't grab me, but then Neil Young, I sort of like what I like, what I've liked since the '90s when a lot of those albums, Ragged Glory and Weld and um, Harvest Moon. I like Harvest as well. This one, it didn't really. No, it's got the lyric sheet. It's been a bit damp, but generally that's pretty good. Nick, this one, um, Lodger Bowie makes a nice crinkly, makes that sound. I think does it? Oh no, it doesn't. What a disappointment. Yeah, I listened to this. I don't think I've ever heard this album ever. It's a bit of a odd album. I'll keep it maybe actually. It was interesting. It initially on the first listen, yeah, I wasn't mad on it, I suppose, but I think I might get there with it. Milestones, is this some sort of early hits kind of thing? This was 71. It's on Decca. It's a blue um, stereo. Yeah, Mick on the front and the other one's on the back. Brian's still there. Whether he'd died or not by then, I don't know. This reminds me of a mate I had, and he won a cassette copy of this at the fair, as teenagers. And I remember thinking it was crap. But I picked it up anyway, and it's got that, sorry to say, it's got that My Brave Face on it. I don't know any of the other songs on here, but yeah, nice cover, but yeah, crap. No. Oh dear. Anyway, a couple of Mick Jaggers as well, solo efforts. Primitive Cool, and this one with his butt on the back. And we're nearly there. Oh, this album, it just got re-released, didn't it? And I heard her talking on the radio a bit about it and stuff that she didn't want to be a known as a political protest sort of singer. That is another copy to sell. And a couple more Vans, and that's it. Got this one, which I do not know, and then this, which I sort of know a little bit. So that is it. So that's 28 minutes. Got it under 30 minutes at least. Sorry about that, folks. Um, and I'm just glad that we've moved. I was also toying with the idea of if I did like StreamYard or something. I don't know if anybody can help with that, but um, setting up some decks and sort of doing some live sort of mixes, or just like because we used to do a radio show, me and my wife, and I do miss it. We did talk in between the records sometimes, but yeah, I think I would like to go back and do something like that. Really, even for my own personal, just playing music and putting together sort of themed compilations. So I may well do that, but it might be ages. I've been promised a record deck from somebody, and yeah, it might take a while to sort that out, but it would be more sort of. I don't know whether I would just do it like normally, or whether StreamYard you have to talk at the same time, or do you even have to have like some sort of someone keeping an eye on what people are writing? I don't know, but anyway, yeah, it was just an idea that popped into my head. Uh, yeah, so hmm, that's it. Thanks for watching. Uh, yeah, yeah. I didn't get to Den Bosch or anything like that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Toodaloo.